How's it going, everybody? Today is a very important day because I finally pretty much ordered everything I need to continue everything that I promised. So I'm just going to break down what's going on this coming year, and what I'm going to start doing is a new series episodes on the build progress. So as you know, I have a long travel Toyota Tacoma. What a surprise. I finally pulled the trigger and ordered a lot 2 days ago. So what I did is I ordered, and everything is ordered now, so it's happening. I got a full floater rear end. Dirt King's going to be building the housing. It's going to be 40 spline with a spool. I think it's a 70-inch wide rear end, which is perfect for a Toyota Tacoma prerunner. It's about 2.5 inches wider naturally on each side. So that's coming in. It's going to have 529 gear ratio, the Evan Weller Racing third member. And then, yeah, that's going to be a mission of its own. It's going to tie into a handbrake, wheel wood brake caliper. I think there are 4 pistons in the rear. Then the front, I ordered a Tundra steering rack from Basic Biker, as well as RC Fabrication heavy duty tie rods for long travel with 3.5-inch tie rods, the double shear tab kit for my spindles. So I got that going in. Gonna be running, I haven't ordered this yet because I want your opinion in the comment section. I don't know if I want to go a 35-inch tire or if I should get 37s. I really want a BFG race tire. I want like a KR2, KR3. I know they're only made in a 40-inch tire, but I swear I've seen them before in the past in a 37 option. I don't want the sand tires because the last thing I want to do right now, honestly, I don't want Toyo MT or BFG KM 337s because they're going to be extremely heavy. I just want an off-road race tire. I really want the KR2, KR3s. I love the tread pattern from BFG. I just want to save a little weight. And yeah, if anybody knows any race tires or someone who can find me a 37-inch BFG race tire or even a Toyo race tire that's lightweight, I am interested. But I think 37s are going to be the new 35s. And I know I said I wasn't going to go to a bigger tire size because the Tacoma can't really handle it, but with everything that I'm doing, it'll be no issue to handle it. I just have to worry about clearance, but the steering rack will be able to support the 37s and the rear end will have no issue supporting 37s either. I just got to figure out clearance. But I want the 37s for clearance. I found some bigger whoop sections, like they're huge, but unfortunately, like they're way too big. It gets to the point where I just bottom out and I don't have that much clearance up front with those small tires, so I got to go to a larger tire. But other than that, like those whoops are huge. I don't really think I need that much more travel. My compression and rebound rates are perfect. I just need clearance. Like clearance has been the biggest issue recently. At first, it wasn't a problem. I don't know what's going on with my truck. Eventually, like I just started bottoming out more. I don't know if my shocks need to be rebuilt. I always check the PSI is all good in there. Everything's tuned up. But recently I've been bottoming out a lot. I'm going to put some front bumps up there. But yeah, 37s are required now. I need as much clearance as possible. I wanted to run a Camberg 4-inch lift spindle, but they only make them for the 2-wheel drive model. So unfortunately I can't run those. Those things look sweet, but I'm just going to work with my spindles that I have now. But yeah, 37s up front and the rear. So that's going in. And then in the summer, I think June, it's booked. I've waited half a year so far. I had to book a year in advance. So it's going to be a full chromoly TIG welded cage. That's going to be sick. It's going to have a full engine tower going over. It's going to be removable. The interior cage, I'm still working on a design. I want it to be comfortable in there, obviously as safe as possible. But then that's going to tie into the bed cage, and the bed cage is going to link onto the frame rails. So it's going to be one solid piece. Everything's going to be connected and as strong as possible. I'm going all out on this cage. So, because I want to go out there and send it without worrying about anything. I want it to be strong. So I'm just going to send it over there for like a month and just let them get to work. They said they're pretty fast. They only work on one car at a time. That's why my appointment takes so long. So they're just going to knock it out as fast as possible. But yeah, really excited to have a chromoly cage in the Tacoma. It's going to be sick. And actually the first episode is going to be coming out after this is my PRP Alpha seats. They just came in the mail. I'm going to be doing an install on those. I'm going to be reviewing them. They look sweet. But yeah, that's the first thing that's going to be going in for this new build, I should say. my old build, I'd wrap it at the ultimate daily / long travel off-road pre-runner. It was perfect for the best of both worlds, but this new route that I'm going, it's going to be strictly only for pre-running, because with the spool and 37s and all this, it's not going to be a daily driver, unfortunately. Turning with this thing is going to be quite interesting with a cage, buckets, but you know what? It's going to be fun. A lot of people are saying, why don't you four-link the Tacoma? And honestly, I don't need to. The spring under kit for a mid-sized truck like that has been perfect. I've never been out there and I'm like, oh my God, I wish I had more travel, or I wish I had a four-link. It's just, I feel like if you tune your shocks right and you have the right setup for the right truck, then everything will work perfectly. If I had a full-size truck, 100%, and I had more power, like a bigger engine, I would totally four-link it. But for my Toyota Tacoma right now, the spring under, it was done and built perfectly. It was tuned perfectly. Everything cycles amazingly, like no issues. So I don't need to do that. No complaints on the suspension. But at the end of the day, I want it to be like the ultimate Toyota Tacoma. The best Tacoma build of all time is what I'm going for. So it's just going to be, you know, all dirt kinged out. Tons of more Baja designs going all over. I sound like an overlander right now, but I love Baja designs. I'm going to cover that thing with Baja designs. Give me some ideas what you guys think. Maybe some LP9s, LP6s up front. And other than that, just the cage, seats, all that. It's going to be comfortable, not overkill. At the end of the day, I want it to be strong. And that's all that matters. Just a really strong pre-runner. I want to go out there and not worry about anything but maintenance when I come home. So I will go overkill on this build. And and then on to the next pre-runner after this one. I want to kind of complete this Tacoma and not work on it ever again. I want to just park it right there and take it out on the weekends and have fun with it. Can a build be finished? Yes. A lot of people say it's never ending, but I've just come to realize, just get everything you ever want on your build and put it on there, and then seal it away and move on to another build. So that's exactly what I'm doing, because technically after I go this route, there's nothing else I can really do to it. Obviously I could four-link it, and if I ever wanted to, I can now, because I have the rear end, I have the cage, so it's not going to be like impossible to do it. So that's why I'm kind of glad I'm going this route, because if I do end up changing my mind with things, I have the foundation built. You know, I got it. So, and I have a rear end that could support, like if I do an engine swap, I have a rear end that could support a ton of horsepower. So it's just easier to build on this thing now. So the foundation is going to be strong, and I think it's good that I'm going this route. So, and I've learned a lot. This is my first pre-runner I've ever built. So I'm learning a lot as I go. So my next build, it'll be even crazier. So yeah, that's pretty much a wrap for this video. So I'm going to break it into episodes. The whole series will probably be done by the end of summer of 2024. So I'm going to start with my first episode next week, which is the PRP seats, a nice review on those. And then we'll just go here and there. And then when I take it to the shop, we'll take it to Louis so he can do the rear end and everything, Tundra steering rack. I'll be filming all of that. Then I'm going to film the cage. So it's all going to be documented so you guys can see what goes on. It's going to be an absolute headache. I already know it. It's going to be so much work. Even though I got all the parts, it's going to be so much work, because like once you go this route that I'm going, like it's just, you got to figure it out. Like I'm going to be taking, there's going to be nothing OEM on that truck anymore. Like I got to figure out the ABS at the rear end, tire clearance for 37-inch tires, all this stuff. It's going to be a mess, but at the end of the day, once it's complete, should be a good time. That's the goal. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe. I appreciate all the support. The YouTube channel is really growing. The Instagram channel is growing. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go check it out. I post a lot of off-road reels on there and updates and stuff too. Also, check out my new business. It's called Off-Road Trucks and Parts. I have a link in my bio on Dune Serpents to that page. So if you have any off-road parts that you want to sell, you want me to list them, right now the page is new, so for now I'm doing it for free. Any off-road parts for trucks, or even truck OEM parts, just DM me, I'll post it. Simple as that. So I really appreciate your support there. It's my little side business I'm trying to build up. So yeah, go check out Off-Road Trucks and Parts, and thanks for tuning in. And I hope you guys have an awesome day.